player, just to wrap up bowl eligibility this early in the year, is there some feeling of relief in that? And also, what does it make you hungry for to still go out and accomplish?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a sense of relief. First time in my career at Tennessee since we wrapped up a bowl game before the season was over. So it definitely has a big relief off our shoulders. But we know we still got a lot to play for to get to a better bowl.
Jalen and Brian, you can weigh in on this too. 3 years you guys haven't beaten Missouri. Does that kind of, there are some unfinished business there? How do you feel about that?
I mean, we definitely want to be able to get that win against them, but I mean, like, we're not focusing on not beating them the past couple of years. That's not really in our minds. We just focus on this week and doing what we got to do to win this game. Not really thinking about that at all.
Either one of you, I mean, Missouri won its first game since Gary Pinkel announced his retirement Saturday. Just how do you expect them to enter this game? Do you expect them to be on some sort of emotional high, or just what are y'all preparing for in that regard?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know nobody on their team, so I couldn't tell you that. All we can worry about is the guys we got in our locker room. We know they're going to come out, they're going to give us a good fight, but if we execute like we've been executing and keep working and holding ourselves to the standard we've been having, we'll be successful.
To kind of play off that, what do you expect the atmosphere to be like, both with the situation with Coach Pinkel, but also with just everything that's gone on in Columbia the past 2 weeks?
I mean, I always give y'all the same answer about atmosphere. No atmosphere can really faze us when you play in Neyland Stadium. Like, that's as loud as it's going to get for the defense, as loud as it's going to get. As many people as you're going to see. So, every SEC team is going to have, a good stadium. They're going to have fans that are diehard. But, like I said, all we can focus on is us.
Not to worry you, but the temperature Saturday night figures to be about 15, maybe even 20 degrees colder than what you're used to, maybe down in the 20s. Right. Is there anything you guys do to prepare for this? I know you're veterans and you've played in that type of cold weather, but a lot of these freshmen from the South have not.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really care about the weather. Like, I don't know. That don't really matter to me. I don't never wear sleeves or nothing like that, so I don't know.
Superman? Yeah. I don't like the cold.
I notice NFL guys don't wear sleeves at all. I mean, it could be below zero and nobody wears sleeves. Do you just let your arms go numb, or how's that work? Do you just not feel it once you get out there?
Yeah, you really just don't feel it. Once you get going, like, your body gets warm. You get cold on the sideline, but once you're on the field, like, you got other problems to worry about besides how cold you are. Yeah, you got bigger problems than the weather.
Yeah.
Brian, question for you. After that targeting situation, did you find that in your mind or in the back of your mind at all, this past Saturday, play any differently or think about it at all?
No, I always want to play aggressive. I've been playing aggressive since I was a little kid, so I try not to let the rules affect the way I play, but it's definitely an emphasis. We had it in practice. This ways to get around it.
Jalen, this is the third straight game you are facing a team that's going with some sort of coaching transition. You had the interim coaches the last 2 weeks. Just how tough was it kind of preparing for teams going through who had interim coaches, just dealing with that type of situation? Obviously, you won both games, but how difficult a challenge was that?
I don't really see it as a challenge. I'm playing against the players. I'm not really playing against the coaches. So, maybe it's different for our coaches, like game planner-wise, but I don't really feel any different on the field as far as like what a head coach does to affect the team playing. I don't know if that makes sense, but
It doesn't.
For either player, Missouri struggled offensively. Went several weeks without touchdowns. Butch said they may have found a little bit of a rhythm at the end of that BYU game. Mm-hmm. You see a difference in their offense in the last week than maybe you did on film the weeks before?
Yeah, definitely. With their execution, recently they've been getting executing the plays a lot better. They have a lot of talent on offense, so that's something we got to prepare for, but they've been putting drives together lately.
Quarterback's been playing pretty good. He's gotten a lot better over season. I think he's a freshman, so you can tell that his confidence is going up a little bit.
Brian, is the seniors that started to hit you yet that these are some of your last reps in college football? This will be the last time you go to Columbia. And do you think about that before you head out of the tunnel or while you're getting strapped up each Saturday?
No, not really. I'm not a sentimental guy, but I love football, and I'm going to miss playing with these boys, but it's not something I like to think about.